What is working for this Cowboys team right now?
Well, Chris, I once heard a coach say when your best players are your greatest people and your best examples, it's a whole lot easier to coach football, and Dak Prescott.
Playoff line.
What a way to begin the 14th week of the season. They're ready to raise the roof at Ford Field in Detroit as their Lions take the field, led for the 5th year in a row by Jared Goff, and ready to go up against Dak Prescott and the surging Dallas Cowboys on Thursday Night Football. Now Michael's Kirk. Big update to the field. We go on Kaylee Hartung. Kaylee.
Hey there, Al. I am ready for all of it. Amon-Ra St. Brown told me tonight, saying he is confident he can cut and change direction on that left ankle that he sprained just a week ago. We got our first look at him tonight when he ran onto the field 2 hours ago.
Tom Kennedy are back and off we go. Pitt fielded at the 6-yard line. Sailors. Good run back, takes it up to the 36-yard line. That's where Detroit would be 2 for LA. So there is St. Brown lining up for the opening play. Goff flanked by Jahmyr Gibbs in the backfield. He'll go right to the air and throws to the 40-yard line, and right off the bat, who do they go to? St. Brown for a gain of about 6.
How about that? All the questions about the ankle. Is he going to be able to play? Just heard the story from Kaylee. Either for my teammates, it's too big a game, and first play, he gets his hands on the football.
Yeah, since 2021, most catches in the league. 2nd down and 3. Off the play fake, look out, Goff under pressure and throws it into the ground. That time, Odigizua is there to put the pressure on. And there's
Fishery's probably been 97, and they go with a lot of 5-man defensive line looks, creates one-on-one opportunities, and that time he got in there quickly.
3rd down and 3. Pressure put on again. Gibbs takes the swing pass. 1st down and a lot more. To the 40, to the 36-yard line he goes. So a 3rd and 3. Dallas having a lot of trouble this year defending on 3rd down.
He's going to cover a lot of ground.
52 receptions, in addition to his proficiency on the ground this season. Off the fake again, over the middle, caught at the 34, there he goes again. Inside the 15, breaking tackles all the way to the 11-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs.
And they go to it early.
Gain to 26, already down to the 12-yard line. Again the fake, then the pass to the right side. Inside the 10, taking it there is Ross Dwelly, who becomes the #1 tight end because Sam Laporta got hurt early on. He's on injured reserve, and Brock Wright, who would be the #1 guy, he's on injured reserve too.
There's Dan Campbell, of course, the head coach. But with
the Bills have scored more points on opening drives this year, 45 for Detroit. Can they do it again? Gibbs this time is stopped at the 10-yard line. That is Donovan Ezeraku, a rookie out of Boston College in Schottenheimer the other day. He couldn't squeak.
With Micah Parsons now in Green Bay, what a great addition he's been.
3rd down and 8. Pressure. Sack back at the 21-yard line. James Houston leading the team in sacks. That's 5.5 for him. So they get inside the 10. Now all of a sudden they're back at the 21.
Defense in the red zone.
38-yard attempt here for Jake Bates. And that drive culminates with a field goal. So 10:46 left in the first half. After the opening drive, it's 3-0 Detroit.
Yeah, I think the entire country, no matter who your team is, you kind of gravitate to Dan Campbell. The way he does it, you know, the comments that he makes, and just his approach as a head coach.
Bates puts it in the air, collected at the 5-yard line. This is Turpin, he can fly. Turpin out past the 30, tackled up at the 32-yard line. So Dak Prescott in his 10th season.
His 10-year career, you know, you're quarterback of the Cowboys, that's a tough spot. And he gets blamed for a lot, does a nice job of handling that, and deflects a lot of the credit. Comes in and right now playing great football.
Running back is Javonte Williams, the ex-Denver Bronco, off to a great start this season. The 36 as he approaches 1,000.
With Javonte Williams.
Prescott rolling, looking, throwing, caught, and up at the 47-yard line. That is George Pickens, who came over, of course, in the deal with Pittsburgh. There's a Lion down at the 45-yard line. That is Thomas Harper, who's taking the spot of Kirby Joseph, who's inactive tonight.
Yeah, it's the one spot to Packers and the Lions. And Quan Alexander showed up and Jamal Adams showed up, and it was just like they got there on Monday and they're in the starting lineup and the defense that night.
Needed name tags. But Detroit won. That was our most exciting game last year, 34-31. Same week as this. Meanwhile, they take Harper. But he lose their first guy to injury, at least for the moment. And here they come now with 3 tight ends from the 47-yard line. Prescott under pressure, swings it out, and the tackle is made. That time Javonte Williams gets taken down by Derek Barnes. Didn't let him loose. Loss of 5, second and 15.
They can rush him, or you see there, he can play in space.
Second down and 15. Prescott in the pocket, fires, caught to the 40-yard line. Goes Jake Ferguson, the tight end, having a tremendous year. 7 touchdowns for him, 19-yard gain on a 15-yard second and 15.
Good awareness there by Ferguson.
Second and 10. Back to the ground they go. Nothing happening there. Lions stiffen. Javonte Williams tackled by Yassin. Third down and 9.
All right, this
third down and 9. Ferguson this time in the slot to the right. Prescott steps up, throws into traffic, and it's incomplete. Pickens there. He's looking for a flag. He doesn't get one. It's fourth down and 9. Maddox is there covering on the play. It's going to be a 57-yard attempt to try to tie the game. And Aubrey's kick this time is good.
ho-hum.
Like clockwork. It's like a chip shot for this guy. Only on Prime. We look at the wild lights at the Detroit Zoo. Kickoff here. Fielded by Tom Kennedy. Kennedy down the sideline, and Kennedy, it's finally tackled there by Aubrey. So a big run back to just about midfield. Well, you talked about
Malik Hooker and Donovan Wilson being back in the back ends help the communication, so they're not giving up big plays. And of course, Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark are a big part of what they're doing up front. Teams cannot run the football on them, at least coming in to tonight over the last 3 weeks.
And a 40-yard kick return. Now this is.
But tonight they'll just kind of rotate back and forth like they normally do.
From the 49, fake to him, under pressure, feeling the heat, gets it away. The ball is picked up at the 49-yard line by Solomon Thomas, and they're going to call that.
Defensive ends and edge personnel healthy and fresh.
Third down and 8, a little bit of a revamped line again for Detroit. So Dallas putting the heat on. Do they come after him now on a 3rd and 8? No, they send 4. To the outside goes the pass. Falling down is St. Brown. The pass is incomplete. The crowd, of course, wants a flag. Don't get one. Bland covering on the play 4th down. So 4th and 8. Campbell, of course, goes for 4th down a ton of times, but on 4th and 18 and now 4th and 8. Tonight, more conventional. Flag is thrown. Well, it looked like a fair catch was called for by Turpin. And we already had a flag before Turpin took off. And we'll get the call. It's also the penalty that was called before Turpin thought he could take off with it. Sean Hockley ready to make the announcement.
There were 2 fouls on the play, both by the receiving team. Invalid fair catch signal number 9. This penalty is declined because it will be enforced from the spot of the foul. During the kick,
field and hits CeeDee Lamb. Surprised a lot of people.
So they've targeted Pickens a couple of times, but not Lamb to this point. From the 4, keep it on the ground, try to get some breathing room and a gain of a couple. As Williams spent 4 years at Denver, pretty good, and then they let him go. And
Dallas able to get him for a year and just $3 million. Bargain.
He's reborn. 2nd down and 8. And that's caught here by Pickens. You know, you bring up a great point. Prescott is the highest paid guy in the league on an annual basis. He's making $60 million. He's handing the ball off to a guy making $3 million. That's only a 20-1 rate. Everybody holding up the threes. The 3rd down, 3rd and 5. 10 minutes into the game. Score tied 3-3. Deep drop. Prescott, look out! He's in trouble. Did he get out of the end zone? That's Jack Campbell. who takes care of him. Where will they have the forward progress? It's going to be a safety. The line judge comes in.
They bring 6. You bring 6, you get some one-on-one matchups, and Javonte Williams, who is outstanding as a blitz pickup running back, but give Jack. Campbell, we saw a couple plays earlier against Javonte Williams, and here at the pass rush. And Terry, what are your thoughts? That's a really good view of it right there for you.
Yeah, it's a perfect view, Kirk. If any part of the ball is breaking the goal line when that contact is made by the defender, then it's a safety. And it looked from that shot that part of the ball was.
No doubt about it. I think both teams sense the urgency and the importance of this game.
Here's the call.
When the quarterback was contacted by the defender, the entire football was out of the end zone. Therefore, it is not a safety. It's 4th down.
There's no room for Brian Anger with the ball inside the 1-yard line to get it away quickly. Anger sends it skyward, so he does get it away, and it's a great kick under the circumstances. The 38-yard line, Tom Kennedy, who had that nice kickoff return, takes it to the 41-yard line.
You know, you could see the whole football, which made it a lot easier.
At that point, meanwhile, they empty the backfield here as this drive begins from the Dallas 42-yard line. Goff hangs in the pocket, throws, caught. Gibbs makes the catch, get him by the ankle, and slam him down to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, this is where Jared Goff, 20 yards or more in the air. So right now they're picking on the linebackers of the Cowboys.
2nd and 6 to the outside goes the pass, caught, first down. That's Anthony Firster, who would be right now the number 2 tight end, missing their top 2 guys, and a gain here of 7 yards and a first down.
Yeah, and they're going to be there by Firster.
Meanwhile, you got Dan Skipper, who's a lineman who was positioned outside, and he drops it. Flag is thrown. So they line up Skipper, who very often comes in maybe as the 6th offensive lineman, eligible here.
Yeah, and
I haven't seen anybody.
Especially with the injuries to Laporta and Wright. These last few weeks, they've done it even more. Look at that.
Humongous. 1st and 15. A little over 4 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Game tied 3-3. Play fake, comes back the other way. Gibbs again. And Gibbs for a short gain here. Tackled there by Izaraku.
3 guys take it on blocks and just leverage the football. That's the key tonight against number 0.
Only Bijan Robinson more scrimmage yards since Gibbs came in as a rookie. Catch is made on the run. St. Brown! St. Brown inside the 10, setting him a first down and goal. Well, on St. Brown, his 2nd catch, tackled by Bland. That's a gain of play this year that has gained 25 or more yards, tops in the league. 1st and goal. Hand the ball off to Williams, and Williams dives. Does he get in? He is going to be stopped a little short at the moment. So they begin the early celebration.
Clark missed a golden opportunity to make a play there, but it hit too quickly for him.
2nd and goal. Through the middle. Gibbs into the end zone for a Lions touchdown. So they take advantage of the short field. And down they go into the end zone. 6 plays, 42 yard downs in 3 seasons for Mr. Zero. Rutledge, the rookie out of Georgia, the guard, who made that block, 2nd round pick. And now the extra point from Bates is good with 2:14 to play in the opening quarter on Thursday Night Football from the
The game is about to start. Hope to see a fierce match today. Let's have a look at the lineup for both teams. The match has begun. Seeking out a passing lane. Keeping possession nicely. Fails to keep the ball. Good ball movement and a decent position here. Heavy shot. Goal! Breaking free. There goes the ball. Losing possession. Looking for options. Losing possession. Losing possession. It's in! Plenty of power on that. Goal!